Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial slash get ready with me video on this look that I'm wearing today. It's basically just my go-to look when I have like a special occasion or something that I want to get a little more dressed up for. So if you guys want to know how to do this and if you want to get ready with me, then I'm just going to hop right into it. Do you guys see this? Do you see this? This is what I deal with every day. Just gonna pretend like it never happened. There we go. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I like to use this for more special occasions just because it's expensive. And with this stuff, I usually do use like 2 pumps. So I'm just going to dot this around my face. Oh, by the way, I didn't go in and color correct the spots on my face like I usually do in the past few videos or so. I would go in with the NYX concealer palette and use the yellow to cancel out redness. But my skin is looking a lot better lately, and I think it's because of the Pixie Glow Tonic Toner. And I mentioned that in my last video, but I've been using it even more lately, and my skin's looking pretty good. So it at least looks a lot better than it did like 2 weeks ago. Thank God. I like how I said I use this foundation for special occasions, and I'm literally not doing anything today. I'm still in my pajamas. Oh, everyone always asks what shade I am in this, and I cannot tell what this means because on the bottom it says 117 equals Y225. So it's either 117, I think that's what it was in the old formula, but in the new formula it's Y225. I'm guessing that's what it means. So once I have the foundation spread out, I'm going to go into my NYX palette that I was just talking about. I'm going to mix these two up here and just spot conceal. Oh, man, I have a burp that will not come up. I'm so cute. I'm just going to spot conceal these guys up here and these guys on my chin. Sounds like there's a UFO outside my house right now. If I get abducted, you guys can split my makeup amongst yourselves. Now I'm going to switch over to my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm just going to drag this underneath my eyes. This is so close to being gone. I'm so sad, and I really don't want to spend another $30 on a new one, so don't know what I'm going to do, you guys. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. So this is going to be like my face routine and my kind of go-to eye look that I do when I have like a special occasion coming up or something that I need to go to where I want to look like a little bit glam, but not anything over the top. Like for instance, I wore this a couple weeks ago when I went to my first wedding dress appointment with my mom, because this is kind of like the eye look that I'm going to be going for when I do my makeup for my wedding. Maybe not exactly the same, but it's kind of close, and I just wanted my makeup to look like how it's gonna look on my wedding day, just so I could like envision everything with the dress and all that fun stuff. By the way, I was super pissed because I tried on like 10 dresses or so at this first place, and I was really excited to post pictures of them all on Snapchat because I wanted to see your guys' opinions and stuff, but they wouldn't let me. But anyways, I did find a dress that I really like, but I didn't buy it because I want to, I don't know, I just want to go somewhere else before I settle on one, and it was like the 3rd one that I tried, so I didn't want to just jump the gun and be like, okay, that's it, let's go. So I do have one more appointment in Seattle in like a week or 2, but if I don't find any that I like there as much as the first one that I tried on, I'm just going to go back and buy the one that I like. I'm going to take a little bit of the Anastasia concealer in 0.5, just going to take this right in this inner corner area because the Urban Decay doesn't cover like the darker areas as well as this one does, and this just really brightens up my under eyes. So I'm just going to go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder. I use this all the time, and I love applying it with the Beauty Blender. I've done this in a video before, so I'm just dabbing this along wherever I put the concealer. Speaking of wedding stuff, I've had a few of you guys, since I announced that I was like getting married and everything, say that you really wanted me to do like wedding videos and wedding blogs and stuff like that, like of my planning process and all of that fun stuff, which at first I was like, yes, that sounds so fun, and totally I'll do it, but then, I don't know, I'm always kind of like going back and forth between wanting to and then wanting to keep it private. I just feel like it's kind of a private thing, but at the same time I do think it would be fun to post some things related to it, so I don't know, if you really want to see some certain things, let me know down below what you would like to see, and I don't know, it could be anything about like wedding dress shopping, if they would let me take the camera in there, or like trial makeup looks or anything like that. Just let me know and we can talk about it. So I'm going to take NYX Taupe, and it looks so bad. Oh, I need a new one. I wish you guys could, actually no, I don't wish you could see, but hypothetically I wish you guys could see my makeup desk right now because I don't think I can see like 1 square inch of desk. It's literally all my brushes, makeup, stuff that I haven't cleaned in like 2 weeks. Whatever, I couldn't find the brush that I was looking for, so I'm just going to take the Smith 112 and I'm just going to use this to contour. I actually really like this brush for this because it doesn't really like put down a strict harsh line of contour. It just kind of like really lightly applies it. I'm going to take the Anastasia Starlight Illuminator and I'm going to take the Eve Pearl Fan Blush Brush, which is my favorite for applying highlight. Just going to dust this on my cheekbones, apply a little bit on my nose. I like to put it in between my eyes and then down here on the tip a little bit and kind of blend it in towards the middle. And then for a blush, I haven't used this little baby for a while. It's Deep Throat by NARS, and I'm going to take this on the Smith 118 brush. Oh, so Quinn and I have been getting really into documentaries on Netflix lately, and we watched one recently called The Imposter, and it freaking blew my mind. Have you guys seen that? If you have, comment down below. It's not necessarily like the best documentary ever made. It's kind of weird, like in a weird style, and it kind of feels almost like a fiction movie or something like that, but it's not. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's just mind-blowing. It's crazy. It's about this guy who basically steals the identity of a missing kid from Texas, and he lives in Spain, and he goes to live with this kid's family in Texas. And he's like 8 years older than the kid was supposed to be at the time, and he's a different race and everything, and they believe that he's their kid. Crazy! I'm just real quick gonna move on to my eyebrows, and I'm gonna use Taupe and Auburn Dip Brow by Anastasia. And we also just watched one called Cropsy, which is really creepy but really good. I really love kind of creepy, scary documentaries. So anyways, if you guys have seen any good documentaries on Netflix lately that you think we should watch, let me know in the comments. Okay, so I'm just switching over to my Auburn Dip Brow. I'm basically just taking like the tiniest amount of this on the same brush, and I'm just focusing this towards the outer half or so of my brow. I just do this because the taupe doesn't really match my hair color on its own, and neither does Auburn, so I just like to mix the two. Speaking of my hair, I'm getting kind of tired of it. I never thought that I'd get tired of this hair color because I really did like it, but it fades so fast, and I don't know what it is. I feel like with red hair, like darker red hair, it's kind of hard to match any makeup to it. It's really hard to do more colorful looks because I feel like the red clashes with it sometimes, so I don't know. I've been fantasizing about going blonde lately, but the last time I went blonde, I cried. I feel like I'm always indecisive with my hair. I actually really like Jennifer Lawrence's hair now. It's like, you know, the blonde, kind of messy curly bob, like down to her shoulders. I wish I could do that, but I just don't know if I could pull that off. Hair that short and that color. And yeah, last time I cut my hair short I cried too, so I've practically been growing my hair out since 9th grade, which was like 8 years ago, and it was up to here. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, I posted some really embarrassing photos the other day of like my really awkward phase, so you would have seen how short my hair was. So this is as long as it's grown in that amount of time, which is not that long. So my hair takes a really long time to grow back, so that's why I'm so afraid to cut it. Anyways, I'm just going to stop rambling and move on to my eyes. I'm going to be mostly using Makeup Geek eyeshadows, so I'm going to go into this Z palette that I have, and I might use a couple from this one, but it doesn't look like it, so I'm just taking whatever is left over on my Beauty Blender, and I'm just running this over my eyelids. This is the lazy way to prime your lids. And then one of my favorite eyeshadow lid base colors is this one from the Battle Lash Saucebox palette, so I'm just going to take this and just lightly run that over the lid. So in this Z palette is most of my favorite colors from Makeup Geek. So I have like some of the foiled ones and then some of the transition and neutral ones. So I'm going to take Peach Smoothie. I don't have Peach Smoothie in here. What the hell? I take back everything I just said. What? Where is it? Oh my god. Oh, I do have it. Wow. It's been a day. Oh wow. Okay, it was right in front of my face. Gonna take Peach Smoothie, and this is on the Smith 232 big blending brush. Just gonna blend this into the crease. And I'm not super concentrating this into any specific area of the crease, I'm just really blowing it out because this is just a really light transition color. I'm just going to take this guy up here, which is Latte, and I'm going to take this on a smaller Smith brush. This is the 230. I'm just going to blend this into the crease, not as blended out as Peach Smoothie was, but basically just from all the way over here. I'm going to deposit the most color in this outer half and then just blend it over to the inner half. I'm also just going to kind of bring it onto the lid in a V shape, like an angle, from that outer corner down to the lash line. Okay, so once I have that placed on there, I'm going to take that bigger fluffy brush and I'm just going to run this over the crease, just to help blend a little bit. So I'm going to take the Sigma E54 brush and I'm going to take this into Cocoa Bear, which is just a nice dark warm brown. And I'm going to really just start carving out this outer V. Okay, just kidding, that's not dark enough. So I'm going to go back into Cocoa Bear and mix it with a little bit of Mocha, which is just a cooler toned darker brown. And now I'm going to go into the outer V. So I'm going to start up here in the crease and connect it down to the lash line. So this doesn't have to be perfectly blended out right away because I am going to go in with a different brush, but I'm just going to kind of just get the placement right. I'm just going to stop it about halfway into the eye. So I'm not going to blend it any further out over here. I'm just going to stop it right here. I'm going to go in with that medium-sized Smith brush that we used in the crease, and I'm just going to go right over that. I'm not applying anything else on this brush. I'm just going to use it to blend out that outer V because we don't want it looking too harsh. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the lid colors and I'm going to take two different foiled eyeshadows. I'm going to take this one right here, which is Starry Eyed, and then I'm going to take this one right here, which is called Grandstand. I'm going to be applying it with just a flat brush. This is an Urban Decay brush I got in a Naked palette, I think. And I'm going to give this a spritz of MAC Fix Plus because this really picks up these eyeshadows a lot easier. So first I'm going to go into Starry Eyed, which is the lighter one. I'm just going to start packing this onto the inner half or so of my lid. This one is so pretty. I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like it's almost like Shimma Shimma, which is one of their regular eyeshadows, but it's got more of a pink tone. So it just, I don't know, it's just really beautiful. And these foiled eyeshadows are just really, really great quality. I love everything about them. Okay, I'm actually just going to extend this pretty much over to the outer V area, maybe just to like right here, because I don't want to cover up too much of those other eyeshadows. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Grandstand, and this is the darker of the two. And I'm just going to pat this in the center or so of the lid and blend it in with that Starry Eyed, just because I want it to kind of be like a gradient look. So it's going to be lighter over here and then get darker. And then sometimes I just like to use my finger to pat some on and help blend it in. I'm just going to go back into Mocha. This one? Yes. And I'm just going to go back into that outer V because some of the shimmery foiled shadow just kind of went over the top of this and I just want to add the color back in. And then I'm going to take some Latte one more time, which is that lighter brown, and I'm just going to blend everything in the crease one more time just to kind of diffuse any harsh lines that we might have from the foiled eyeshadows on the lid. Okay, so to darken up the outer V even more, I just want it to be a little bit darker. I'm going to take Corrupt, which is their matte black eyeshadow, and I'm going to take this on the Real Techniques shading brush. I'm just going to very, very, very lightly dip it in there, tap off the excess, and just brush it into the outer V. Just doing really small movements, because I'm not going to blend this as far out as I did with the Mocha. And I'm just going to take this brush again and just blend that out. And then after I do the eyeliner, I like to come back and look at the eyeshadow and just see if it needs to be darker in any area, which it usually does. So I like to do the eyeliner first and then just come back and usually add some more eyeshadow where I need to. I just realized how many brushes I hold in my hand while I'm doing my makeup. Do you guys do this too, or is that just me? It's kind of uncomfortable. I don't know why I don't just set them down. So now I'm just going to run everything along my lower lash line. So I'm going to take this brush into Mocha, that dark brown. And I'm actually going to mix it with Cocoa Bear again this time. And I'm just going to run this underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to make sure that it connects up to this outer V up here. And I'm stopping about halfway in. So I'm going to go in with that same brush and I'm going to take Latte. I'm just going to extend this along the rest of my lower lash line and kind of meet it up to the inner corner. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to go in with Corrupt again, that black, and I'm just going to run this along the outer very like third or so of my eye, just to darken it up. One of my favorite highlighters ever is Shimma Shimma, which is right here. So I'm just going to take this and apply it in the inner corner. Once again, I kind of like to switch to my finger just to get some better color payoff. And then up right underneath my brow. For liner today, I think I'm just going to use the Trooper ink liner by Kat Von D. And I'm basically just going to do like a winged eyeliner. You guys can't see it, but I'm making a total butthole mouth right now. Because that's just the face I make when I concentrate. I'll just catch myself in the mirror like... Okay, so when I was talking about going back in after I put the eyeliner on and seeing where I need to apply more eyeshadow, I don't know why I do that. I just feel like I can see where I need to place more eyeshadow a lot better after I have eyeliner on. But anyways, I'm going to do that right now. I don't think I really need to darken anything up, but I do think I need to blend out more. So I'm just going to go back in with Latte. I'm going to put just a little bit of Peach Smoothie on my brush too. I'm just going to blend everything out. Okay, so now I am just going to actually take a tad bit more of the black and just focus this in this part of the wing, or outer V, I guess. Kind of like when this black eyeshadow starts to kind of blend in with the eyeliner too, so I'm just going to kind of drag it over the top. Okay, then I'm going to blend it out one more time. So I'm just going to apply a quick coat of mascara to my upper and lower lashes. And then these lashes that I'm putting on are the Illumina lashes by Esquido. And I'm using their Lash Companion glue and some tweezers to stick these bad boys on. Alright guys, so I'm done with the eyes. Now I'm going to move on to the lips, and I'm going to take my Eve Pearl lip liner in Cosmo, which I can't say without thinking of Kramer. And this is just a really nice nude color, so I'm just going to outline my lips and fill them in. And then normally for a lip color over the top of this, I would usually go in with like a long-lasting liquid lipstick or something like that, but since I'm not doing anything today, except for, let's be honest, playing video games and eating dinner, I'm just going to go in with a lipstick, and I think I'm going to use this Kat Von D. This is a studded lipstick in the shade Lovecraft. I've only used this like once or twice, but it's a really pretty color. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look when everything is all said and done. I hope you like this one. Thanks for getting ready with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!